Welcome back. Hope you guys doing alright. I know I am. Just chilling doing some laundry. It's a beautiful day outside. I figured, it's nice out. I ain't got much to do, so might as well go out, do my laundry, get shit in order. It's that get in order week, Set a lot of goals for myself, and trying to keep up with your goals and keep up with your regular life sometimes interfere with each other.
My wallet is in my purse.
So, every now and again.
Oh shit, it is you! Fucking man, you're still here?
Sometimes you gotta, take a break on all the working. Make time to get your shit back in order. Get your energy right. Get, your mind right. So that's what I've been doing, taking it step by step, day by day,
Aw, that's good.
Trying to realize how far I've actually come in this last couple of months. That's about to be another one of my new videos. Thick girls versus regular, well, not regular because they're all regular, but more thicker women versus women that are, they're skinnier, but they're not skinny. They're thick skinny. Like what's about to come up. Sound the horns. My dad is in the building. I want to have a little debate. But it's not really a debate. It's more of a discussion. There's no right answer, I don't think. Which one's better? Because I like to talk about this right now. Because it seems like there's a lot of pressure put on women to be a toothpick and be in fucking Rihanna shape. Or Beyonce shape, one of them super hot bodies. And it seems like a large, but not very large group of men, that's what they want. Just like women with their 666, man. Men are allowed to fantasize and pick what they want, right? It's all, doesn't mean that's what you're gonna get. It means that's what you want to pick. And it seems like these two are what they push in the open, The days of being an average skinny girl with, it seems like we're all skinny people left. It's not cool to be a skinny guy or a skinny girl anymore. I don't know why. It just is just what it is, And I can't hate on that. It's like, stereotypes. We all have stereotypes, and we all have our time. And it seems like the big girls, the thickness is coming back because it was already there, but it really wasn't thickness. Really, it was heavier set women. Men didn't care back in the day. Like when I see, the old 30s, 40s. There's a lot of decent, regular, handsome men, not the greatest looking, but they wasn't ugly. And they had regular, hefty girls for wives. Like so. And they were sought after more because back in the day, you were considered healthy. Imagine that. Imagine women that are complaining now, like, damn, man, I gotta lose all this weight. Imagine you were in a world where your man said, no, I need it to be like that. That skinny girl, ew, she's ugly. She look like she dying. She need to eat. You know? Because all of the working out, super gorgeous bodies, it wouldn't even matter if you had it because they wore dresses back then. So you wasn't showing your shit off. And if you did, you were labeled as a whore. And, you know, you got passed around. You didn't get wifed up. Ever. Well, not ever, because, you know, some women, when you look really good and a man got money and he's like, man, I'm just going to take her off somewhere where nobody knows her, nobody knows me, and then I don't care what nobody says because nobody knows me and you don't hurt my feelings if I don't know you. So, I've been thinking about that for like months now on how each stereotype is, they get their time, you know what I mean? I guess, I can't say skinny guys didn't get our time, because Tupac was our time, you know what? The 90s and shit, I'm from the city where the skinny niggas ride. The skinny niggas was in back then. You didn't even have to get big. You just had to work out, make your muscles, your shoulders, get your little chest up, get your shit popping, and you was in there, nigga. Shave your head bald, get the tat, you in there. So I ain't gonna act like the skinny dudes never had their time. We had our time, but we really didn't have our time, because if we have to work out and change ourselves, then it's not really naturally us. It's me changing into half of this and a little bit of that, you know? And that's what draws me to the thick, skinny girl and the naturally thick woman, you know, the wide hips, like that girl that just walked by, woman that just walked by. She could do all the working out in her life, all she wants. She's always going to have a really thick bottom because the Lord designed her that way. That's it. There's a girl that's skinnier than her, right? And if she doesn't work out, she'll never get a nice bottom. That's the only way she's going to catch up to her. You get it? So one has to work out to get it. The other has to maintain and work out so they don't gain more weight because they're already thicker. You know what I mean? So, sheesh. That's what brings me to the discussion of what is more popular now. What is the in thing, really? What's the thing? Because for a while now, having a big butt it's always been a thing. You know what I mean? It's never not been a thing. We believe it's new. You go to ancient African art, and that's what you're gonna see. You know, when you go to certain things, that's just, it always was. So, what I realized, just like a skinny man getting big, the in shape thing now is the thing. You know, the looking healthy. Because just like a woman back in those early days where men would literally say, that girl looks sick, she's skinny as hell, and like, ew, no, you better have some weight. Like, and women weren't doing all these exercises, so you didn't have these super slender bodies. You were, you know, I'm sure the natural housework and the things you were doing though, that kept you in shape because there was no washing machine. So you gotta wash the clothes by hand. So the arms, oh man, chicks is giving dudes the right hand drop, and I'm like, what'd you say? That's back when y'all really had that. That was when the abuse of the women that are big and then the skinny guys, they use a rah, 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 rah. There was no call the cops on you. No, we got beat up and laughed at by everybody. Like, yo, when are you gonna go work out, dog? You might be beating you up. Oh God, men have always had it hard. Anyway, so I've been pondering that because me, I don't really have the typical male stereotype of I like this one archetype.
Strong.
That's what's up. She got that big ass bass. One hand, I'm strong. That's real. Yeah, man, you gotta try. So, like, I've dated different type of women through my life. You know, I tried these different things to the skinny girl, not super crackhead skinny, but yeah, it was skinny like me. You know what I mean? Sound the horns. Then I tried the one that's a little, a little heavier, not perfect, no, just an average body, you know. And but she had that thing. A shorter girl that was shorter than me, I know what that's like. A woman that's a little taller than me, you know. Even a heavier set woman that was a little, like that woman I just showed in the pink or whatever. I've tried all these things, and quite frankly, beauty is beauty. Each one of those women had something on them that made me say, all right, this is enough. Like, she doesn't have all the stereotypical looks, but she has the things that I like, or she's physically have enough beauty with a mental where it's like, I don't care about all that looks and all this other dumb shit. Like, I'm happy. You gotta learn how to be happy with what you get sometimes. You can't always be like, all right, the Lord didn't send me Beyonce, so that means I get to play with this one until I get it. No, nigga, like, stop. So, I've always pondered that because it seems like, times have changed, but it's not. And I don't know if men are like me and appreciate the beauty of all women. Like, I don't think men are like that, because it seems like a lot of men online with the red pill shit and just in general, men talking, they always talk this Kevin Samuels type of old school logic and fit friendly and working out and all that and stay in shape and all that. And I'm like, all right, I can't hate on that, because when you're making that kind of money, you're building your character up, your knowledge, and all these things. Because Kevin didn't say make money and you're the man, you're high value. No, he said dudes that make this kind of money and don't have personality, don't know how to dress themselves, don't have a pack of friends that can network and actually, do things, get things, you're not a high value man. You're just a man with money. That's that's like saying, I'm a woman and I'm really pretty. So fucking what? That doesn't make you a high value woman. That just makes you a really pretty woman. Just like a man that has money. He's just a man with a lot of money. If you don't have personality, knowing how to use that money, then women just take advantage of you, beat you till you're dry, and that's it. And it is what it is, If you're just pretty, women, you're learning now, men will beat it up until it's dried up and then toss your ass to the wayside. You get it? So it doesn't matter who has their peak. We still need to, entertain and be lovable, and those little things, like be funny or something. Like, fuck, don't just rely on that one thing. God dang. Anyway, I want to talk crazy, but I realize, this ain't always the time. But it's a good subject because I live in this town and I get a very, very large examples of that. When I was in Florida, I had more of a shock value of seeing majority of good-looking women, because all the people that are good looking, if you have money, you're going to go to Florida or Miami. That's where all the good looking rich people or the broke good looking women go, because men with money, they go down there. It's nice, it's cheap, it's fucking beautiful, the weather and all of that. So where there's money, there's women. You get it? So when I moved down there, I learned the dynamic of reality of like, whoa, women look good, but women really, really look good. Like, what you think is the best up here, nigga, that's regular. That's regular. When I went down there and I started, Cause it ain't normal like up the city, like when you hit the strip out there, or like me, I was lucky enough to work near college. So I'm at the restaurant, doing my waiter dishwasher thing, killing it. Every day I see new people. I barely ever seen a regular customer. Only if there was very few regular customers. Every day I would see new people at my jobs, no matter what job I had, right? So many people. When I say going to the mall or going out to eat or going shopping, you literally see it. You're like, whoa, what's going on? Everything's so big that it's hot also. So they're drinking water automatically. You're not gonna feel good. You might die if you don't drink water. So down there, the sound of horns. The women are always gonna be drinking water more because of the hotness. Because it's hot, they're sweating. Because everything's so big and far, they have to walk around a lot more than they're gonna always drive. Get it? So they're always active. Their legs are always gonna be a girl that's heavier, a thick girl up there, down there. The girl you seen in the pink, if she was down there, she'd be a little more slim because it's so hot. Unless she was just completely lazy. Unless she was completely lazy and just never left the house, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I ain't never seen no fat people or ugly people, there are. But, like I say, the butterfaces down there make the chick up here look like a fucking joke when it comes to her body. Because her body's gonna be completely on point. And, because they work out down there. It's natural down there to do things. And I've always seen men chase these archetypes now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see a lot of men, or at least speak about it, Like I say, do we end up with that? No, because of whatever reason. Men can, just like women, we can like something and believe, all right, I know a 10 when I see a 10, and of course I want it, but they gotta want you back. So this is why I don't like when people do the pretending of what if beauty is not really rated, because we all judge and we all know what we like. You get it? We all agree upon certain looks as the best, but it's only the best of what those selection of people actually are looking for, because everyone's not looking for the same thing. That's what breaks the argument right there and proves neither one is the best. It's the selection of people that are voting on it, because right now every woman has to lose all this weight, no stomachs and the cellulites, and it's like, dog, that's normal. No matter how many women work out, some of them are never going to be like the pictures because they're edited. Besides that, women know how to stand to the side and do a certain pose, hide in certain, women perfect this shit. Y'all are magicians. That's what I give women at that. Y'all got magic tricks, dog. Y'all magicians. Y'all got so many tricks that men, if you ain't looking, you don't even notice. So for myself, I don't really know. I can't really judge myself and say one's better than the other, because you got some thicker girls that are the thickums. That's the real thick ones. I'm gonna say regular thick. Miss Thickums sometimes has the most gorgeous baby faces. You ever see a thick girl with the face and you're like, holy shit, just porcelain doll or something, like the very young looking face. Just like, some other ones, but I realize with these stereotypes, one thing that hurts both no matter what, and it has nothing to do with looks, but it does. It's the way they carry themselves, like mentally. A woman that looks good, when she speaks or how she thinks, can automatically drop the way she looks. I don't know if this is for other men, but it is like that for me. Once a woman starts speaking, I don't care how good you look, depending on how you speak and how you act, you're losing points in beauty, because beauty to me is not just the way a woman looks, it's how she is. and you're gonna drop points, you know. Just I think women can agree with that, because if you're with a good-looking man with the money, you know what I'm saying? He look alright, just enough to his swag's alright, you know. He got look, and then you just go out on that date like it always happens. Y'all like, alright, I give him a chance. And he starts talking, and he just says stupid shit that just turns you off. That date's already over. You just know it. You gonna eat that food. You going, yes. And then when the night's over, he's done for. He's going home. Ain't gonna be no kissy. Ain't gonna be no come upstairs for a little bit. Ain't gonna be no let's go to the park and continue talking. I'll holler at you later. And then maybe if he, you know, texts you or somehow recovers somehow from what he said, we can't. When men say something, even if you misunderstood what we said, we're canceled like Nino Brown. Cancel this nigga, I'll get another one. Y'all be canceling dudes just off speaking. And, you know, so do men. Like Kevin tried to warn you women many times. Men always have been aware, and certain men that you may want, they definitely pay attention to these things because they have experience with women. So, you know, just because you experience men that are bozos and they don't know you're lying, or they don't know how to let you tell your story and then judge you on your life for it. See, they don't know how to do that. They don't care. They're like, fuck it, I'm down here with you. We all make mistakes. Now, the dudes that choose to chasing, they're like, I don't care about your mistakes. I'll find another one that didn't make those mistakes. Get it? Now, it seems like to me, like we could say, it depends on the category. Like you could say the thicker women are women comparing to the just thick women, you know. I think so, because when I did my travels and as I keep living, I see a lot of thicker women with them rings on their fingers, depending on, you know, certain situations. When you're online, no. When you're in the real world, you see them walking with their husbands or their boyfriend at least, you know. And the bad chick that's just thick, she's walking with her kids by herself all the time. I see it all the time. Usually when I see these other type of chicks, you know, maybe it's just the spots that I'm in, because, you know, I also see the exact same thing in the opposite way. You know? It's not like I don't, but like when I really start thinking about it, it really, like, do they submit more or something? Are they sound the horns? I have a theory on that. Being born in my time, or a little bit before my time, heavier set women had this stereotype, I guess, in their head, or a reality, I don't know what it was, where they knew they didn't look like the prom queen, so they worked on their personality and their submission to a man. They didn't mind being more submissive to the man because they knew the other woman wouldn't be. She looks good. She could tell this nigga, fuck you, I'll go get 5 more niggas. Nigga, you're nobody. You're just another one. But this other woman that actually doesn't. See, this is how they got the good-looking men back in the day, the responsible men. Like, and I know it because, you know, older men my whole life told me that. And I'd be looking at their pictures of when I meet them, and I'm like, yeah, she's my wife. And I'm like, holy shit. That's your wife when she was younger? Like, oh my God, you got that, dog. She's still looking good. Like, you no disrespect. And he'd be like, yeah, but this is why. And they would explain these things to me. Like older women, their wives would say these type of things. Like, I wasn't stupid. I know I got a good-looking man. He's on his way. He's working. He's doing right. And I know for a fact these other women just gonna give him a headache all the time. So I'm going to beat them by being a woman and being the way he wants. So I'm gonna win. And she won. Like, It's really strange. Pardon me. Man. Forgot where I was. Was out here a little too long talking to you guys. Forgot I was going on. So, not really sure where we're at. Gotta start making mental blocks or writing some checkpoint notes, something while I'm out here doing my thing. Anyway, oh yeah, the mentality. The mentality really, that's usually the deal breaker or the solidifier of, what men want. Because although you're told men are simple and we're cavemen and we only like, just one or two things, sex and the way you look. No, men actually do appreciate a woman that's not a dummy. Gotta have some type of smarts, common sense. You gotta have some type of sense about you. No man just wants somebody that looks pretty and like caring and all these other things. That's not just having sex with them. So it's like Kevin said in that last video that I put out, do women know how to make love anymore? Do women write love letters? Do women do anything that women used to do to make men notice them and like them and shit? No, a woman will never tell you their fucking feelings anymore. Why? Because it's girl code. If you want to make a fucking nigga crazy and make him fall in love with you but not know what's going on, don't ever tell him how you feel. Crippling that husband thing. The less he knows about you, the less, why would I make you my wife? Why would I trust you? Women hold back information about themselves on how they feel about men, or hold back. That's a woman's game now. That's what women used to not be like. I'm going to hold back and that should lock men in. No, they said I'm going to pick a decent man that when I do offer these things or put these things on the table, letting them know what my services are, what I'm good at doing for a man, and does he want these things done, Not, what's a man going to do for me? I wonder why you don't get picked. Maybe because you're only focused on what he's going to do for you. Sound the horns, long range. See, the women I see with children or, not having children that have these relationships when they're older, and I ask them, because I swear to God, I'm like a fucking TV show host. I'll fucking ask anybody anything. If I think you're winning, if I see you're happy, I'm going to ask you, how'd you do that? Like this wonderful black couple, or maybe he's black and Spanish, or maybe, I don't know, he just has the afro, so they got the, black people coursey hair like wool, and he has a tall, they're kind of tall, they're like 2 fucking 6 footers, or maybe a little taller, because she's a little taller than me, and she's thick, and he's a nice in shape man, but he's not fucking super ripped, 6-pack and all that, but he's not no little ass skinny guy, so it makes sense when they're walking around together. It looks right, I guess, or whatever. They're comfortable, and when I see them, they're younger than me, I believe, and when I was seeing them all the time, they were always happy, sharing their responsibilities. One's taking the daughter out in the morning, then the other one comes out with the dogs, then in the afternoon, they both taking out the dogs and their fucking babies together and shit. And I was like, yo, that's realness right there. What the fuck happened to everybody? And why isn't that? Everyone's complaining about all these things. I showed you, he didn't want to take my dog out because he doesn't like you. He doesn't like your dog. You should have knew what type of man you were dealing with. Duh. And like, it was just, it's refreshing seeing things like that. So, you know, I asked them regular questions when I do see them, you know, and they give regular answers like that. Like, I look forward to making my man happy. No, I like put my woman first, or yeah, our child is what we focus on the most now, and all these things. And they're not broken. It seems like they got joy in their eyes still. It looks like they haven't seen too much of this world's filth, and that's a good thing. And they're raising a beautiful young daughter that's probably going to be a race car driver or something, because this little girl literally loves this fucking car they be in. She always, her mom and dad told me that she's literally always trying to drag this thing out. And she's one of the many children that always, when they see me, they're like, ah, hi, and all that shit. So, you know, I take a liking to these people. You know? I take a liking to them, and you know, it's good to get information off people that are actually doing these things and bringing shit to you guys, and not just from statistics and data. No, actually fucking real life people. That's what matters. Sound the horns. My data's in the building. You get it? That's why when I say things, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I'm asking people that are sound the horns, that are winning. People that took sacrifices, obviously. You know, they're too. They're a good match. Like when I see them, they're a good match. She's not too beautiful. He's not too handsome. They both look like they got decent jobs. They speak